NFL on EA Sports is in the great state of Tennessee at Nissan Stadium here in Nashville. This crowd here fired up for football as a moment ago their Titans were introduced. This should be a good one as the Titans get set to match up with the Tennessee Titans. Randy Bullock has us all set, and we are underway from Nashville, Tennessee. Cameron Batson now from his end zone. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Tannehill on first down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Zach Cunningham with a pick. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. That's kind of a double whammy. I mean, the interception on the opening drive, that's one thing. But to give him this field position, that's another.
Absolutely perfect start for this defense. They take the ball away on the opening possession. They know that their offense will get the ball to start the second half. They line them up in field goal position. And to me, they got a chance for a touchdown right here out of the gate.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. After the interception, here's Tannehill. And that is incomplete.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
2nd and 10, Tannehill once more. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Tannehill now to throw. And that will be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They snap it to Tannehill. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And as a result, it'll be Titan football on the turnover on downs. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Now a dump off here complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Well, maybe that'll help him settle back into a groove after the interception on the first drive here, picking up the first to start drive number 2.
And it is just starting over, isn't it? Sometimes it's just how you have to do it. You have to erase things from your mind. Don't worry about what happened before, because over the course of a game, the good players, things turn out pretty well for them, and that's what he's trying to do here.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
From the 50, it's Tannehill. A check down here for Henry. Pushes him over. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
On first down, it's Tannehill. He dumps it off for Henry. 3 yards the gain there, second down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Tannehill on third down, sliding out of the pocket. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Amani Hooker. And the Titans are going to take over at their own 41. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Clock running under a minute to go in a scoreless first quarter. Back to throw, Tannehill. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. So finally completes his first pass. Credit the defense, though. They've been showing him some different looks, keeping him off balance.
Yeah, I like the observation that you had there because when you give him different looks.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked up by Caleb Farley. And the Titans are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. We're scoreless after 1. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 44. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Meanwhile, Tannehill's throw here into the hands of Jones. Touchdown, Titans! Julio Jones, 56 yards. And the Titans on just 2 plays have taken the lead. The game had been pretty uneventful offensively until that big strike.
No doubt about it. Almost felt like they were just going back and forth a little bit in the first quarter. But in the second quarter, things ramped up a little bit. Things jumped up. And you're exactly right. Going to make a highlight film or 2. We'll be watching that one later on today.
So they went for 2 and failed. They didn't use him on the PAT, but now he boots this one away with a 6-0 lead. Here's Batson now, bringing it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll fake it. Now Tannehill rolling to his right. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Now a first down throw, Tannehill eluding the pressure right. And he whips that one incomplete there.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And he'll get this underneath to Henry. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. They're going to go. It's Tannehill. That's to his running back, complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill on the move to his left.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
To throw again on 2nd down, Tannehill. And right side, Henry's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll make this a 2nd down. To throw is Tannehill. They set up the screen for Henry. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll be 3rd down. To the air again, Tannehill. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Henry. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. 3 yards all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here's Tannehill. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
And caught by Henry. And he'll go down at the 28. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll make it a second down. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Throwing again on second down. Tannehill. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Elijah Molden. And the Titans are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. On 1st and 10, Tannehill. Caught by Jones. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Titans. Julio Jones with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Titans get the quick strike touchdown. Tannehill going to throw for it. That is caught. He's got it. And the lead will move to 14-0. So their 2nd touchdown of this first half. They went for 2 after score number 1. Didn't get it. Now they get the equalizer, so to speak.
So to speak, and you can understand the thinking. Because they didn't get it after the first score, they wanted to get back to a normal points pattern, get up to 14. But just think, if they missed it here, they're only up 12-0. 1 extra point on the other side can ultimately beat you if they score twice.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with. This complete to Jones. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
And now here is another interception. Picked up by Janoris Jenkins. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play in this first half. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. Taking it about the 1. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Cameron Batson. And a terrific return as they finally do stop him, but not before he's inside the 15.
And that's the type of return that puts a tremendous amount of pressure on the defense now. They've got to go out on the field almost like it's a sudden change, almost like it's a turnover. They've got to go out there and try and stop them. But, boy, what a tough spot they're in.
On 1st down, Tannehill. And it's caught. And the Titans are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Now Tannehill to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Here's Tannehill. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the Titans are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the 1st down carry. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll run it again with Henry. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Tannehill. And this will be incomplete. Boy, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked too. Instead, it's 4th down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Hard running at the 15, and they're going to get the first down here across the 15-yard line. Boy, that's some kind of effort. When he caught it, I doubted if he could get there. Knew it was going to be close, but credit him. Really good effort.
How about the rack on that play, the run after catch? But most of the time we think of it as just being an open field and picking up yardage. Sometimes you have to be real physical in order to gain the yardage you need for a first down.
Derrick Henry all alone. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry, 84 yards. And the Titans are able to make this a close game again. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Now Mike Vrabel going to tell the offense to go for two here.
They'll try and run it in with Henry. And he is into the end zone again. So get him some oxygen. He scores on the long run and then punches in the two-point conversion for good measure. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown.
Here's Batson now, bringing it out of the end zone. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Picked off by Caleb Farley. And the Titans will take over possession here up at the 44.
So that now back-to-back drive, CD, that have ended with an interception.
Now, I don't know about you, but I'd call my quarterback over, put an arm around him, and say, hey, take a look at the scoreboard. We're playing with a lead. Let's be smarter about what we're doing out there.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Again, it's Henry. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40.
104 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10.
Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry.
And he's taken down inside the 30. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along.
They'll try the air now with Tannehill.
And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now Tannehill. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Janoris Jenkins.
And the Titans force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10.
What a nightmare this game. He's having now 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times.
2nd down and 3.
Tannehill. He's going deep for Brown. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Caleb Farley.
A seismic shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Here's Tannehill. He completes it to Henry. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Tannehill. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Janoris Jenkins. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. I think it's safe to say this is a game he's not going to forget anytime soon, Charles. 3 interceptions.
It's rare that we see 3 interceptions by one team, let alone by an individual. And I think that after the second one, he's probably telling his teammates, any ball that's in the air, it's going to be mine. And that turned out to be true.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Tannehill. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Amani Hooker. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
2nd down, they go again with Henry.
And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. Now it's Tannehill. Henry's got it out on the left side.
And he will have a Titans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
They'll roll him out, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Bud Dupree in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Here's Tannehill. This will go to Henry out wide.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's fourth down.
Brandon, it certainly looked like they had that play defended well, but it still almost worked. Got it to the running back. He wound up getting really good yardage out of it, but it was 3rd and long, and they were able to rally and stop it before he could get to the marker.
Desperation time for Tannehill on fourth down. Flush to his right. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. After the penalty, it's Henry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Henry again on second down. 134 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Now the Titans will use their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches.
Tannehill to throw.
This is caught and stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll give Henry another shot. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Call it a gain of a couple. The defense stiffening here. It's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Here's Henry. And he's in for the touchdown, and barring a miracle.
What now, motherfucker?
Win this football game.
Well, that's the one they had to have. Put them in a position where they're tied up, but I got to get out of the way. We still got an extra point that's pretty crucial.
That's right, just one more element to complete the victory.
Bye, bitch. Who's shit now, you pussy? Punk-ass motherfucker. Talk all that shit. Guess what?
They now take the lead in the final seconds.
Talk all that shit.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll start things out at the 25. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done.
Tannehill.
He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it
Try
in.
again, bucko.
And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. One last throw here for Tannehill. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And
Thank you. Thank you. Bye-bye. Your ass. Talk all that shit.
The ball game is over.
What? Ain't shit. Punk ass. Talk all. You garbage. You garbage. Who's garbage now? Pussy. Ugh.